This is the Rocking RoadShow, the only show for bikers, by bikers. Jump on as we talk all things motorcycle, maintenance, accessories, weekly rides, bike nights, and more. With your hosts, Alvie and the 1-3. So kickstands up and let's get rolling. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rocking RoadShow. I am Alvie. I am joined by my main man,
the 1-3, baby.
And we're coming to you live once again from the home of the Rocking RoadShow.
It's a 1-3 bar.
The 1-3 bar. So,
and it really is.
It really is a bar.
It's got its own name and everything.
It's got all kinds of stuff. As the 1-3 knocks down his
lights,
lights here,
LED lighting. You know, I'll put them back.
So, welcome to the show. We've got some interesting topics to talk about tonight.
Yes.
Some more exciting than others.
Yes.
Some more conversation driven than others.
Yeah, and some that are very close to us. Little me, close. One of us.
So what we'll do here is we will go straight away to
straight away. Are you from England? Because we go straight away.
Straight away to our first topic. I'm going to actually take a step away from the camera for half a second.
Why would you do that?
Because this next topic involves...
I got to stand up for this.
Involves my man here, the 1-3. So
yeah.
I'll preface it and I'll let him take over. So as many of you guys remember, a few weeks ago, the 1-3 was involved in a incident, is what we're going to call it.
Yes.
That's what he wants me to call it, so that's what we'll call it. So the 1-3 was involved in an incident. For those that remember, those that don't remember, those that are new joining us today, the 1-3 was involved in a truck pulled out in front of him.
Right.
Luckily, he wasn't going very fast. Was able to stop the bike. Had to lay it down, and got some damage on his bike. So with that, I'm going to let the 1-3 kind of recap a little bit of what's going on and why we're bringing up this topic today.
Yeah, so accident, we'll call it incident because mom's watching probably and she doesn't like to hear the word accident when you're on a motorcycle. And so anyway, this happened. A little bit of damage. I took the bike. I took it actually to our buddy Eric Warren at Eric Warren Artistries. He does collision work here in the Tampa area for all of the, or most of the Harley Davidson dealers and such. So basically, I cut the middleman out. Make it cheaper for the insurance company, so I was sure to get a fast turnaround. Well, here we are, a month later, month and a half.
Yeah.
And nothing resolved. It was right around $3,000, just short of $3,000 for Eric to do the repairs, which basically were paint, couple scuffs, take the front fairing off my Road Glide, put it back together, make sure there's no rattling inside, nothing going on in there. Then he says, okay, well, this should be easy. I used to be an adjuster. This guy's going to come out. He's going to take care of it, and you're going to be golden. I said, okay. Adjuster comes out, writes his estimate for $2,300 and change. To where that very same day, as I'm talking to the adjuster, he says, well, our company's only going to pay you 90% of the repair. And I said, what do you mean? 90% of the repair.
Right.
And they're like, well, yeah, our company found you at fault as well.
Oh, I didn't know. Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't hear this.
Well, I thought I told you that.
No, I didn't hear that. How were you at fault?
They say, well, the cops, even though he was 100% at fault, got the ticket, got everything. Right. I had nothing to do. They said that I should have been more. I was obligated to avoid the accident. Is basically the verbiage. I was obligated to avoid hitting that car.
So their insurance company, his insurance company, is now dictating how you're supposed to drive.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but that I'm supposed to avoid the accident. It's my obligation, my requirement.
Even though, so the guy pulls...
Wrap your head around this. Come on, man.
So the guy pulls out in front of you.
Yes.
And... Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm in the left lane. Okay, there's 4-lane highway. Basically, it's not really a highway. It's 54th Avenue in Pinellas in St. Pete. Anyway, left lane. Guy comes from a side street. He only has a stop sign. There's me, the motorcyclist, a car next to and behind me on my right, and then a car immediately behind me.
Okay.
All right? So he pulls out in front of the three of us, actually, except I'm in the front. Guess who hits him?
Right.
You know, I did everything I could to avoid the accident by slowing down to a controllable...
Yeah, controlled stop, right?
Yeah, impact.
Right, yeah.
Controllable impact.
Yeah.
Which basically I did not get hurt. I literally stepped off the motorcycle, but the motorcycle went down on its side and there was damage. So, long story short, to this day, the insurance company has not done anything for me. They're like, just they're like, no, you're not going to get 100% of this. You're going to get 90% of this, and not 90% of what the repair actually cost. 90% of what they think the repair should cost.
That's fucked up. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for joining, man. Have fun. Go throw darts, man.
Cool, beer. Man.
Go drink some beer, too, because I know that's what's going to happen.
Hey, Sandy's in there, too. How you doing, Sandy? Anyway, so I've been calling the insurance company, and I told her, hey, look, you know what? Well, if you're not going to give me 100%, I'm just going to have to get a lawyer. She says, go ahead. I mean, literally, like, go ahead. And then she hangs up. That was it.
Wow.
So I've been calling her. I have a friend of the family's that's a paralegal. Mm-hmm. She works for a lawyer, and she says, well, this should be open and closed. I argue these all the time. Well, the insurance company won't even call her back. She hasn't. So they're not contacting either one of us. I don't have a check. I have no money. My motorcycle is still damaged. And I'm just like, what the hell, man? I mean, the insurance law, I can't believe this. Oh, then I called my insurance company. And I said, hey, look, this is what I'm going through. He goes, man, I'm sorry to hear that, but to get around it, file a claim with us. And I'm like, what? I said, but I'm going to take the hit, ain't I? He goes, yeah, you're going to take the hit you reported a claim. So you're going to take that hit. You're going to lose your discount for not filing a claim. You know, it's like $30 or $40 per year, I think it is. But for 3 years. So, you know, I mean, if it's $40, you know, that $120, or, you know, come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
Really? So, long story short, I asked him how much time I have to file. He says, man, there's no limit to when you have to file. I said, okay, cool. So we're going to try to work this out with the lawyer and the other insurance company. I mean, they're just lucky I didn't get hurt.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like, what the... I mean,
I did.
Hey, Phil, what's up, bud?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Yeah, like, okay, so... I mean, they get away easy as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have...
Dude, they want to give me a check for $1,800.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding me? And we're not saying the insurance company's name anyway. Basketball player.
An Army
yes,
guy?
Sir.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to say the company, but, you know, it's really... race car driver, too, because they're connected.
There you go. Yeah, I mean that. So
I don't know where to go, man.
I don't know what to tell you, man. That's crazy because I've always heard, you know, you always hear about insurance companies being a pain in the ass. Insurance companies never paying out.
Oh yeah.
And you just hope that it's not going to happen to you or somebody you know. And here we are. And
me and somebody I know.
The simple fact is, you know, first of all, you know, like you said, luckily you're okay.
Yes.
Second of all, luckily the bike is still rideable, right? It's just mostly...
It is rideable, yeah. And Jeremy, you're right, man. The insurance companies, they are the biggest scam. Because, it's a monopoly. Because it's illegal not to have them.
Right.
You have to have insurance. Not on a motorcycle. But because I have I have a payment, a note on it, I have to have full coverage on it. You know, and I understand that the bank needs to be protected.
Sure.
So, but if it was my bike, scot-free, I'd still have insurance on it though, because I want to protect my asset.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's absolute travesty, and the fact that they're only giving you, they're going to give you 90% of their estimate, not even the estimate that you like. Did they come out and look at the bike?
Yep, they did. Yep.
And the guy that came to look at the bike, I mean, you know, that's the other question. Is like, do these adjusters really have any idea what they're doing?
Well, here's the thing. I brought the bike to Eric.
Right.
All right, Eric Warren. And Eric and I met with the adjuster at Eric's shop. And I stepped back and Eric was pointing everything out, you know, because I had already shown it to Eric.
Right.
I had this already like a week earlier. So he knew what was going on. And I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous, man. Hopefully it all works out. And hopefully the, you know, you hope that it never has to go to friggin' lawyers.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's the way it's going to go. And hopefully that shit gets fucking worked out, man. Because I got to be honest with you. You were telling me, me and 1-3 had some shit to do yesterday. And he was telling me this story while we're waiting. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, how are you... I just... To me, it bothers me because the insurance company is basically saying, you didn't avoid an accident. It's a fucking accident. Like, how are you supposed to avoid somebody pulling out in front of you? That's...
I got ESPN, bro.
The logic behind that is basically saying, okay, the same goes for somebody who gets rear-ended then. Because if somebody rear-ends you, you didn't make an attempt to get out of the way of that. Like, the fucking logic behind that is just asinine.
It's not there.
It's asinine.
And this woman will not call. She will not return calls to my paralegal or to me. And I even asked her, I said, just call me. You know, I'm almost to the point. Maybe this is what she wants. Maybe this is what she's saying. Just call up and just accept the check.
No, don't fucking do that.
No, I mean, I found out I have an unlimited amount of time.
Look, you got an unlimited amount of time with your insurance company to file a claim if you ever have to go that route. You've got a bike that still runs.
Yes.
There's other factors involved with this as well.
Yes.
That we won't get into. But, I mean, just all that there, fucking wait these people out.
And I can.
Wait them out.
I can.
And eventually, they'll either cave and they'll give you the fucking money.
Yeah.
Or it'll go to court.
Yeah.
And then they'll give you the money then.
Oh, yeah. And they got to pay all the lawyer fees and all that stuff.
I mean, so eventually they're going to, as soon as, which I'm surprised that they haven't done anything, seeing as a lawyer, like a lawyer's office has contacted them to get information.
Yeah.
So now you can, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a what do they call that? A street lawyer, right?
Hey, Rhonda, how you doing?
Now they're
Vivian?
talking, now you're looking at obstruction because now they're not contacting the people that, it's just, there's so many things going on there that it doesn't make
well, you know
sense.
what, Rhonda, you were a cop at one time. Do you know anything about this? I'm just looking at that. And do you have any idea how this works with the accident or anything? I'm not sure where you worked in the department, but write it down. Let us know if you're there. So
yeah, I don't understand.
So I'm kind of aggravated. I'm kind of upset, and I'm kind of like, well, fuck, man, what do I do? Because here I am, just bought the bike in October. Bike's now damaged. Didn't have the damage when I bought it, and it kind of upsets me. I go to a bike event, and someone goes, "Oh man, what happened down here?"
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And Jeremy, you're absolutely right, man. They'll avoid you like the plague, even though they take your money.
Yeah, because oh fuck yeah. No, you got that.
Yeah.
Oh man. So anyway, that's where I am with this, and we're just gonna leave the incident go for now. I think we've beat this dead horse.
The dead horse, but it's ridiculous that it's even to this point. They should have just cut you a fucking check. It's $3,000.
I should have been saying how good this insurance company was. I should be telling them, hey, look, you're on my, I have a radio show that I could actually put you out there and give you, praise and stuff. maybe get more people towards you. But no. No, when this is all said and done, I'm going to tell you all the basketball player, Army guy, race car guy's name. How's that?
Phil says Fran Hosh. He might have a fucking point.
You know, you might have a point there. I didn't think of Fran. I might have to go to Fran. I like that idea.
Yeah, that might be a really good idea. For those that don't know, Fran Hosh is a lawyer here in Florida that specializes in motorcycle accidents. So
yeah. But is she just an injury attorney, or does she do?
I think she does everything. So I'd take a look at it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so as to not beat a dead horse, we're going to jump into the next.
We already did.
The next topic. So the next topic I think is actually a really cool one. 1-3 sent this to me today,
I agree.
And it's kind of funny because it's coming off of a picture. I think you posted the picture. I think it's a picture of you riding that says
yes.
The day you stop riding is the day you get old, or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
And actually, truer words couldn't have been spoken, especially in this case. What we're going to talk about is a gentleman by the name of Wyman Betts. Apologies for the name. That may or may not be right, but
no, I believe it is. And his nickname is Bun. His friends call him Bun.
His friends call him Bun.
Yeah, so I guess we'll call him Bun.
We can call him Bun.
We'll consider him our friend.
I'm gonna throw Mr. Bun on the screen so you guys can see him. So Bun is nearly 100 years old. He's gonna lead the parade, motorcycle parade at the Border Town Bike Bash in Amherst, Nova Scotia. It's gonna be in July. It's actually gonna be a month before he turns 100 years old.
Wow,
how old? Is awesome. 100 years old.
Oh yeah, I sent you that, but
I think it's really cool.
That's just amazing. He still rides.
Yeah, he still rides. Dude's kind of like a hero at this point. He's considered to be the oldest motorcycle rider in Canada, and he's probably the oldest rider in North America. I've seen a couple. While I was doing research on this one, I saw there's a guy out there. He's like 102 or 103. So
really,
there's a couple of guys out there that are still kicking it. So what's really cool though, he's been riding bikes for almost 50 years.
Oh, hold on.
What's up?
That means, all right, if he's 99.
Oh yeah.
He started in his 50s.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I'm 54, so he started. You know,
kind of where you're at right now.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, in at this area, holy crap!
Which is nuts, man. So he's only been riding for, I say only, right? Only been riding for 50 years, and he actually started on a scooter.
That makes sense.
And the reason for the scooter was it was easier for him to commute to a nearby sawmill where he worked.
At 50 years old.
At 50 years old. So.
Holy shit.
He's bought a lot of bikes over the years, and he's fallen to the bike he rides now. It's the last one he bought, and it's a 2003 Honda Goldwing.
It's a good-looking bike.
And he still rides it.
Yeah.
He still rides it. There's a quote, he says, when it's moving about 15 kilometers an hour, which we did the math, it's about 9 miles an hour, he said everything is fine. It's just a bit heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I found kind of funny.
That's a slow speed.
It is. It's a slow speed for that bike.
You get some.
You know, that bike probably pretty top heavy at 9 miles an hour.
I don't know. Ask Howie if he was on here. He could let us know.
But he's got an awesome quote.
Yes, he does.
What was his quote?
His quote was that he said, let me rephrase it. Get myself ready. He says, I've just never grown up.
Which I think is awesome.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
It's good. I mean, never want to start riding even a scooter or anything at 50 years old because I don't know that I would try it. I mean, that's just incredible.
Yeah.
And then continue riding throughout.
Yeah.
I want to be him.
Yeah. Right?
I'm going to ride until I can't ride. And if I'm 99 or 100 years old, damn it, I'm going to ride. You know,
and it's surprising that a guy...
Training wheels and all.
Right. I mean, that's what I was going to say. It's surprising that a guy at 99, 100 years old is still riding two wheels because usually they go to the trikes.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's on two wheels, which is amazing. Which, totally separate topic. I just thought about this today. I was coming home from the office on Monday, and I got behind a guy on a BMW motorcycle.
Right.
that had training wheels on it.
Right.
It was one of the trike conversion kits. I watched this dude take a corner, popped it up on two. Like he had the outrigger. One of the outriggers popped up. Man, I was like, slow down there, Turbo. A little too aggressive there on your turn.
You know what's funny? Funny you even mentioned that, and we mentioned these. I was on the computer, I believe today at work, while I was looking something else up. I saw this video, and it was about this specific training wheel type gimmick for motorcycles. And there's buttons, you push them, they raise up, they get out of the way, and then they go back down. And when you lean, they move with you. You can actually lean the bike, and the wheels turn like this.
So is it a trike, or is it actually like training wheels?
It's training wheels that roll up out of the way. And I forgot the name of the system. They're smaller wheels that come with those chrome half moon hubcaps like the old Volkswagens and stuff. And it's just a really cool kit. Maybe it'd be something to look into because you can lean side to side and make your turns like normal. They don't affect that, but they're still there for stability. Shit.
That's kind of weird though.
Like, I know.
Phil with the LOL. I'm with you, Phil. I don't know about that one. That's kind of odd.
I'm excuse me for a second. I'm gonna kind of look this up and I'm gonna let.
Yeah, go ahead and spit it out.
Yeah,
use words. It's okay.
I got words. I do.
So
we're gonna let Kevin take care of this.
So this is the part of the story I thought was really cool. Before riding motorcycles, he had another passion of his.
Oh yeah, what was that?
He was a pilot.
I pilot.
I'm a pilot.
I fly. Wait, I don't. You do.
It was in the early 70s. He bought his first plane, and it was a little old 172, Cessna 172.
No way.
Which he had and flew all the way until he was 80 years old. So dude's got to be in some amazing shape. I mean, obviously, if he's 100 years old and he's riding two wheels, but to fly all the way to 80 and still be able to maintain a medical and everything else.
Right, you got to have. There's licensing.
That's pretty cool. So he was a pilot. Was his first passion, and then transitioned to motorcycles later on. Here's the part that Bun, I'm sorry, you kind of were a hero, but this is the part where he loses me.
What happened, bro?
He never drank, and he never smoked.
Oh shit!
But he doesn't worry. I think that's a cool part of it. But you lost me where you don't drink and you don't smoke. So
maybe I should hide my liquor.
So other than that, I thought it was a really neat story. It's kind of one of those feel-good stories of the century, so to speak, right?
It's century, absolutely. Yeah. I like that. Good segue. Good segue. Uh-huh.
If I could be as lucky to be riding a motorcycle at 100 years old or flying until I'm 80 years old, I would consider that a pretty fulfilling life. And Bun, I think you've outmatched everybody.
Oh hell yeah!
Good on you, brother. Because I know all of us wish we could ride that long. So while the 1.3 is over there trying to
I'm
dig up these training wheels that I can't. I can't really.
If I find them, I'll give you the name. I mean, we won't go into a long thing with them. Oh, here they are. They're called Ghost Wheels.
Ghost Wheels.
Ghost Wheels.
I don't know, chat. What do you think about that? Kind of sounds a little kooky to me.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll see if anybody jumps on here and says something about it. Ghost Wheels.
Ghost Wheels.
Check them out. Coming to a dealer near you. Speaking of coming to a dealer near you, we've been talking rather extensively over the last few weeks or so about.
I brought up a little video,
about a little electric motorcycle that Harley Davidson has been.
Oh, the Livewire
has been coming up with.
Yeah. But they also have the scooter, so I could have went there. But
I don't know the name of the scooter. So
yeah,
that's really okay.
We'll throw that link up later.
Okay, so yeah,
the Livewire.
So the Livewire. Now, the interesting thing is,
when was it introduced? They announced it
2014.
Okay, cool.
So the interesting thing is that, believe it or not, there was an there was an electric Harley Davidson built
Yes.
in 1971.
Yes, it was.
Or no.
No.
It was built in 78.
78, yeah.
It was built in 78. You'll understand why I got confused with the dates. But we're calling this Harley's first electric bike.
I would. Even though it wasn't built by Harley Davidson.
It wasn't built by Harley Davidson.
But it was built by...
But it was built by Mr. Stephen Fear. Okay? I apologize if that name's not pronounced correctly. But in 1978, Stephen Freer of the Transitron Electric Corporation built a one-off Harley Davidson MK2 electric motorcycle. He was in Honolulu, Hawaii. And where 1-3 was going with that, it was legendary designer Brooks Stevens was involved in the build.
Yes.
Now, Brooks Stevens, for those of you that don't know, helped design Harley Davidson's game-changing 1949 FL Hydroglide OH V-twin.
Right.
So there was a little bit of a connection with Harley Davidson.
Yes.
So
that's why
Mr. Stevens.
I consider that built by Harley Davidson because that's their design, one of their designers.
Right, one of their designers. So while the bike is going off on the side over here, the Transitron team started with a 1971 Harley Davidson XLH Sportster. They replaced a 900cc internal combustion engine with a variable speed electric motor and basically a gob of deep cycle batteries. When it was chain driven, which is interesting.
Yes.
It had an automatic 4-speed transmission, and it was powered by a proprietary control system with an integrated circuit mini controller.
Right. Well, basically, that it's not a it's kind of like the electric throttles we have today.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not a resistor. Gosh, what the hell am I thinking? I don't know. I lost it. Anyway, it's like our throttles today with the new Harley Davidsons that fly by wire.
Yeah, it's all electric.
It's all it is.
Electric throttles.
Exactly. So what they did is they got some big ass batteries in
Big ass giant batteries. The acceleration on the bike was reported to be a 0 to 30 in 5 to 6 seconds. So not exactly a speed demon.
Rheostat.
Rheostat.
Came to my head. It's not resistors, rheostat. And I'm sorry, I do know electrical. That's ceiling fans operate on a rheostat when you want to throttle them up and down.
So the acceleration was 0 to 30 in 5 to 6 seconds.
Oh, that thing hauled ass.
It was a mover.
Well, back in the day, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, so back in the 70s, it wasn't terrible.
And
right?
you're carrying these big ass lead acid batteries.
And I wonder how much the bike weighed. I don't know if that actually was. It is in here. We'll get to it in a second.
That's freaking huge.
You know what would have been more interesting, and I apologize for not doing it. What would have been more interesting would have been to get a comparison of a 71 Sportster.
Oh yeah.
And this, and see what the.
See if we
GTS.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that shit, bro. What? That's not what I wanted.
So while the 1-3's looking that up, the instrument panel was mounted to the handlebars, and you can see that in those pictures there. It featured an electronic speedo, a tach, and dual ammeters for measuring the amps on the batteries.
It was a 78 Sportster or 71?
It was a 71.
71.
It was built in 78.
Yeah, that's right.
It had a 24-volt, 95-amp Baldor electric motor, and it was linked via primary drive belt to the 4-speed transmission, and then a chain drive to the rear wheel. It's funny as I'm saying all of this, all I keep thinking in my head is Phil building this thing.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of.
That's funny shit right there.
That's all.
But it's the truth.
Yeah, because it's something Phil would probably try and come
Okay. So the Harley Davidson, yeah, I know. The Harley Davidson XLCH 900 Sportster in 1971, the rating displacement 882, which basically that's where the 883 came from. So it's got a V2 4-stroke, 65 horsepower. Top speed's 180 kilometers per hour or 111 miles per hour.
Okay.
Come on, where is it at? I know there's going to be a weight in here. That's what I'm looking for. Weight, 471.8 pounds.
Okay. So keeping those numbers in mind, the electric motor with the primary drive belt to the tranny, to the drive chain, the setup reportedly allowed the 628-pound Harley MK2 to reach a top speed of 50 miles an hour. So it weighed almost twice as much.
I don't know if we can get this on the screen, but we'll try it.
I think you're up there. Let me see what it comes out. Yeah, it's kind of there.
It's kind of there? You want me to go in a little
closer?
Which way?
Just straight into it.
Straight in.
Perfect.
All right, so now you have them both side by side. That's what one looks like as an electric, and that's what it looks like as a gas model.
So it looks like they did a little bit of engineering there.
Yeah, it looks like they've changed it a little bit.
Yeah, the gas tank's a little different.
Well, because there's no gas tank.
Yeah. The fender's a bit, the rear fender looks a bit different. But
well, you have to modify. When you make something custom, all right, I'm taking this down. When you make something custom, you're going to modify. You're going to make it your own way.
Absolutely.
And that's what we hope to do sometime in the future.
Sometime in the near future, right? So like we were saying, it was about 250 pounds heavier than the Sportster, and it was about half as slow. It did 50 miles an hour, but it maintained a good RPM for an electric motor at 2,500 RPM.
Oh, wow. So, and it was a Balder, right?
Yeah, it was a Balder electric motor.
They're still around, Balder Motors. It's a big company. Yeah. It's like Emerson and such. It's a huge company. Yeah, see, I do know a little bit about that.
And then a series of 4 deep cycle lead acid batteries were said to provide a runtime of 6 hours. So pretty interesting that it ran for 6 hours. But I mean, you can see how big those fucking batteries are. There's 4 of them.
Could you imagine this bike?
Series.
This bike today with lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah.
Lithium-ion would be a lot smaller.
It'd be way smaller.
So you'd be able to just put them right, probably where just 2 of them are, because this is 4 batteries, right?
Yeah.
So you'd probably put them in the lower 2, and you'd have space for a bigger motor. Yeah, that would be freaking awesome.
So the Transitron team was actively seeking funding and development partners. Harley Davidson showed zero interest in the bike. They didn't want to pursue the development of the electric motorcycle.
No way.
They didn't want anything to do with it. Now, I don't fault them.
Back in the day,
in '78,
wasn't that AMF at the time?
Yeah, it was AMF.
So the bowling ball people owned them.
Yeah. So I mean, but again, you couldn't market that. That's a one-off build, and it's done. I mean, you're not taking that to market. I mean, I'm sure it's a prototype, and maybe you could have done something. But think about this. Think about it in these terms. We're looking at electric vehicles now,
right?
And we're having all kinds of issues with them now. When I say issues with, how far they can go, speeds, all these things, right? Affordability.
Well,
you name it, all of that stuff is there, right?
Yeah, but could you imagine though? And I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they had developed this in 1978?
Well,
the technology, because this is where it goes.
Sure.
The technology would have advanced, and they could have been the front runners on everything electric.
Sure.
Not like Tesla. Tesla's the front runner on everything electric.
No,
Harley Davidson could have been.
It's a very valid point. Now, who's to say that it would have gone anywhere? I don't really know.
Right.
But a very, very, very interesting point. Very interesting point.
Oh, look, Howie's joined. How you doing, bro?
I think that the times were definitely very different.
Right.
You're talking about the late '70s. You're talking about the muscle car generation. You're talking about,
Well, actually, yes, you are, but you got to remember the gas crunch came, and the muscle cars in the late '70s, early '80s started actually going away.
They did, yeah, they did.
In 83? 83 is when the Mustang went to a little tiny car. I had one.
Yeah.
It had the 302 Boss. They came back with the Boss.
The worst body style. One of the worst body styles.
But I loved the car. It was a beautiful car.
Yeah.
Mine was red, black T-tops, premium sounds, Bose premium sound system. So, Yeah, it was a badass car.
Yeah.
But think about it.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, the gas crunch was huge then too. I mean, it's interesting. You know, you look at it now and you kind of think, like you were just doing, right? You kind of think if they would have touched on it, maybe had a team kind of work on it and figure something out. Maybe it would never come out, but at least it's in the back there getting worked on.
Right on.
Who knows, man? So Harley said, no, we don't want anything to do with it.
Not touching it.
At the time, Mr. Stevens was 67.
Howie had one. Howie had the Mustang too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Steven worked with Mr. Freer, and they tested the prototype. They got about 360 miles of testing done on a track outside of Wisconsin.
All at one time, or
I don't know if it was all at one time or if it was over a series of tests. Or I'm sure it was over a series of tests. So I can't imagine.
If they would have done it at one time, then you'd know what.
Well, you got to think. So if you do the quick math, you got the top speed was 50 miles an hour, and it was a 6 hour battery life. So you could get 300 miles out of it, but that's considering that you could do top speed
and they didn't have
still
any
get
brakes.
6 hours out of the batteries, because if you take an electric car now, a Tesla, and you run it full board, you're not going to get full battery life out of it. So
Howie had a 1976. Is that you talking about a 1976 Mustang? Because I had the 83, and I'm sorry we're breaking off there, but did you see this electric motorcycle, Howie? This is freaking out amazing.
So there was over $70,000 invested in that one prototype that we were just looking at. They put $70,000 of 1978 money,
which would be probably $150,000 to $200,000 now. Maybe just guessing.
Probably a little more. So they invested it into the MK2's development. The bike ended up finding a home in Mr. Stevens Transportation Museum in, pardon the pronunciation, Mequon, Wisconsin.
Mequon,
Wisconsin. It stayed there until Mr. Stevens died in 1995. The bike was then sold for $11,000 at the RM Sotheby's auction in Amelia Island in 2014, which just so happened to be the same year that Harley released.
Go figure that, right?
The news of the Livewire.
The Livewire gets released, the news of it, in 2014 when this motorcycle sold.
So it makes you wonder. I wonder if Harley Davidson bought it.
Yeah,
because it doesn't say. We don't know if it was,
we don't know who the purchaser was.
If it was a private owner or private purchaser or anything like that. So, so there you have it. Me and 1-3 have been bashing, so to speak, the Livewire attempt.
Yeah, it's a millennial bike, man.
It looks like Harley was actually the forefront, on the forefront of it.
Yeah,
I say that loosely because obviously they didn't take off. Other companies went ahead and went with other bikes
before this.
So there you go. Harley Davidson's very first electric motorcycle. Take it or leave it. Okay, so with that, we are cooking.
Where we going, bro?
We're cooking because I'm looking at the time and
it's 7:40.
We're already through most of our stuff. So
we're going fast, but that's okay.
So we'll jump now to our events happenings about the motorcycle world, and I'm gonna put the brakes on just a bit right here, and I'm gonna say to everybody out there, who isn't in the immediate Tampa Bay, Florida area, right? Tampa Bay, maybe Orlando. Okay, if you're outside of those areas, we want you guys to help us get bike events on this show.
Right.
I know how to find bike events in pretty much Florida and Georgia, little bit into
South Georgia,
that kind of panhandle-ish area. Okay. Outside of that, I have no idea where to go look for this stuff. I can Google search it, and I get just really bad stuff. So what we're trying to do, and we've said it from the get-go, what we're trying to do with this show is it to be the biker community's go-to and I say biker community because I mean everybody. Okay, we want everybody from Key West to Anchorage, Alaska, and everything in between that to come to the Rocking RoadShow for their bike event stuff.
Right. Why would you say Key West? I'm just curious.
Well, there's you, there's Kim, there's a good connection with Key West. So.
I was actually going to that second point, and I'm surprised you made her second point since she gave you a hard time last time.
So what we're trying to do now is I need your help.
We.
Right, we.
Oh, wait. Let's not forget our people that are overseas.
Right,
I mean,
absolutely.
Brazil. We have friends that are in Nepal. We have them in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh in there.
We do have Bangladesh.
So, what we're getting at here, guys, is we need your help.
Indonesia.
To put bike events out there.
Nice.
I don't know where to go get them. If you guys know of events coming up, throw them our way. We'll link them into the show. We'll talk about them. We'll get people in your area informed about those events.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're going to that area, like in a couple months, I'm going to Georgia. I'm going to go do not a waterfall ride. I did that one last year. We're going to do the covered bridge ride, and maybe there's a bike event I want to hit while I'm there. I don't know if there is any.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Let us know. So with that, we'll go to the first thing that we want to talk about. And it's once again the story of the young man that lost both of his legs in a motorcycle accident here in the Tampa Bay area. Hey, Charles from Zephyr Hills, what's up, bud? Thanks for joining. So for those of you that have been following the page, you guys have heard this story several times because we bring it up just about every week. And we're going to continue to bring this up every week until... I don't know.
Well,
we'll figure out what that time is. But so Brandon Niles was, for a recap, was cut off while riding. He was cut off, flipped over his bike, sustained massive injuries to his lower extremities, and luckily there was a state trooper on the scene when it happened. Had to put tourniquets on his legs. He subsequently lost both legs because of said accident. So there's a GoFundMe page. The address is going across the bottom. I'm going to link the address real quick in the comments. And for anybody that's able to, donate to Mr. Brandon Niles to help him out and help his family out. We, as a show, definitely appreciate it. I know Brandon and his family would appreciate it as well. Yeah. Currently, his GoFundMe is at about $18,000, so it continues to go up, which is good. Every little bit helps. So whatever you guys can do, put it out there. Yeah. I do want to read, so apologies for just the reading of it, but I'm going to read an update that was posted by somebody close to Brandon. It's on his GoFundMe page. I'm not sure if it's his wife or a friend, but on February 1st, Brandon had both leg surgeries again due to getting a severe internal infection. It required both legs to be on a vac machine for a few days and a more complicated surgery where a few more inches of leg was amputated. I guess they're trying, from what I understand, they're trying to get them even. So that they're, I guess, for prosthetic reasons and things like that. He will be put in a wheelchair for at least 3 to 6 months, but he's now infection-free. Fighting so hard through the recovery, pain, and physical therapy for him to be home and spend time with his kids again. His emotional spirits are a battle, but with his faith in God, daily visitors, and support from all everywhere, it really has helped keep his spirits in good, positive, and hopeful attitude. Brandon is so grateful and appreciative to the officer that was there at the right time and place, as he would have never been here today to look forward to a second chance in life. Brandon is very aware of how blessed he is, as there are a lot of people in similar accidents like him that are now in heaven, and his heart goes out to them all. Please continue to help in any way possible, not just for funds, but assistance in making his home accessible to his condition. Again, we the family and Brandon can't thank everyone enough for such grateful, caring, and giving people out there. It is truly a blessing. And they say gracias at the end.
Gracias. De nada, man.
So again, if you guys are able to do anything for Mr. Brandon Niles, we just ask that you go there and do that. He's got a tough road ahead of him, and if we can make it a little bit easier for him, we're going to do that. Okay, so the next event that we want to talk about is one that's going on this weekend, actually. It's on Saturday. It's at Quaker Steak and Lube.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a Coast Guard benefit. Now, I tried looking on Quaker State's page, a couple other pages, and I had a hard time finding out what exactly is going on. But I'm assuming that they're going to treat it similar to their bike nights.
Right.
It is from 2 to 10 this Saturday, February 23rd, at the Lube. It's 10400 49th Street North in Clearwater, Florida. There's going to be live music. There's going to be vendors. So go check it out if you're around the area. Not a whole lot going on in Tampa this weekend as far as bike events is going.
Right.
That's pretty much the only one I found. There is... anyways, I can't think of it.
You sound like me right now.
Yeah, I just lost my train of thought.
You put the camera on me, I'm looking down. I'm like, what the heck?
The next one we're going to talk about is the Salty Shamrock Bike Night. That's going to be next Thursday, February 28th from 6 to 10. It's at the Salty Shamrock at 6186 U.S. Highway 41 in Paula Beach. Hosted by our good friend
Sharpie.
It's got live music, food specials, and a bike show, 10-class bike show, and more. So if you're in the area, go check out the Salty Shamrock Bike Night this Thursday. Now that's a bike night that happens every last Thursday of the month.
Last Thursday of the month.
So if you're in the area around that time, go check it out. We are going to try and make it to next month.
Next month.
Bike night. So if you are in the area, definitely next month, come and check us out.
You know what? If you're not in the area, be in the area.
Be in the area.
Just be in the area.
Hey, and if you're not in the area, because I'm not in the area, that's about an hour and 20, hour and a half ride from my house to the Salty Shamrock.
Yep.
So, you can be in the area.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right. Next, we're going to talk about an event outside of our area. So, again, I found this just by some quick searches this afternoon. This is a bike night at Tim's Harley Davidson of Augusta. Apparently, it is the first bike night of the season. Obviously, they're in Georgia, so they
the cold weather and stuff. But you know what? It's warming up. I tell you what, I've been riding without my jacket.
Well, I will say it's warming up here. Everywhere else in the country sucks right now.
Sorry.
They got snow. They actually had snowfall in Las Vegas.
I know. I saw that. San Bernardino, California, where my brother lives. He's like, there's snow. And there's never snow. Up on Big Bear, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they had it down in the valley in San Bernardino. That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's just craziness, man.
So if you're in Augusta or you're in the surrounding area, March 1st from 6 to 9 at the Harley Davidson in Augusta. It's 4200 Bel Air Frontage Road in Augusta. Again, join in for the first bike night of the 2019 season. We'll have live music by Roadhouse Blues, food from Smoke Show Southern Style Barbecue, and $2 beers at Laura's Backyard Tavern. So go check them out at Tim's Harley Davidson in Augusta.
Absolutely. And once again, if there's something going on in your area, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bike night or an event. Maybe it's a bike fest, a week long, couple of days.
Yeah, it could be a benefit ride. It could be
they're last minute. Benefit rides are last minute. Let us know. We'll throw it out there. We'll get people going, man. We'll do the best we can.
And then the last event we're going to talk about is the big one that happens every year.
This is a big one?
Daytona Bike Week.
Oh, I thought you were meaning the other big one.
What, Sturgis?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a while away now. It's too cold in Sturgis right now. We got Daytona Bike Week coming up March 8th through the 17th.
Yep.
Obviously, it's in Daytona Beach, Florida. The world's largest motorcycle event. I guess.
They're putting a claim on it.
This is from their website.
I know.
So I don't know, but it's the 78th anniversary.
Now that's awesome.
Bike Week. So
I think we need to attend.
We're going to try to attend. I know my usual plan is always the first weekend of Bike Week. That's not going to happen because I have to work Saturday, so I can't do that. So we've got to see if maybe we can work out the the tail end of Bike Week.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out. The plan is for all 4 of us to go to Bike Week this week. This week.
Not this week. This year.
So if you guys are going to be in Daytona this year, let us know.
Check us out, man. We'll come see. Look, Phil says, yay. He's up there going, like love. Yeah.
So, if you guys are going to be there, let us know. Again, it is the 8th through the 17th, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Right.
It's a hell of a time, man. I love it. I love it.
It is a hell of
every
a time.
year.
You know, my wife and I have been, twice. We went twice. First time we said, never come in this fucking place again. I mean, it sucked. It was, we didn't know the place, and we got in there. And I think that was the first year we met you out there.
Oh, yeah.
We saw you and Kim.
Yeah.
And then y'all disappeared. I mean, it was just we didn't even know you were there.
Yeah. It was just kind of a one-off
We're like,
thing.
whoa, where'd you come from?
Yeah.
Then I went there again, and I knew you were going to be there.
Yeah.
We kind of met up, but I was there with my buddy Paul and his son Chris, and we rode up from Melbourne. Oh yeah, it was with Bobby and Ray too. Sorry guys, but we were out there, and when we rode over, it was nice and warm and no problems. Nighttime. It got downright cold.
Oh, yeah.
Downright cold. And we still had to ride an hour because we were going south.
Oh, I got a story for you there.
This is crazy.
I want to say it was Bike Week. It could have been Biketoberfest. Either one of them can be cold.
Oh yeah.
So one year we were your camera just got all weird.
Dude, it does that. I've been watching it the whole time. It's going yellow, and I don't know.
Maybe time for a new camera.
I know. Sorry.
So anyhow,
sepia, whatever they call it. When they
yeah.
So I'm getting antiqued.
So 1 year for Daytona, we're out there. We were staying at Kim's stepmom's boyfriend's house, and he lived outside of Orlando. I don't exactly know where in Orlando. I don't really know Orlando that well.
No, that was the first time we went.
Was that the same time?
Because you said, oh, we got to drive back to Orlando.
Okay, so that's where we were staying. We came in that morning, and it was chilly. It wasn't cold, but it was chilly. So I had a t-shirt, and then I had a long sleeve t-shirt that I was wearing, and we drive in. From the south side, we end up going to the Cabbage Patch. We stop there. We have a couple of beers. We hang out for a little bit. We leave the Cabbage Patch. And we ended up, I can't remember where from there. And then we ended up down on Main Street. Do Main Street for a while. And then Kim's brother wanted to go see David Allan Coe.
Yes.
David Allan Coe usually plays every year at the Iron Horse Saloon.
Yep.
So we all moved the crew up to Iron Horse. And that ride from Daytona to Iron Horse, it started getting chilly, right? So we get to the Iron Horse, and across the street from the Iron Horse, they have a big, vendor area.
Right.
So me and Kim cross the street. We head over there. We find gloves. We find,
jackets.
Sweatshirts, like pullovers, whatever.
Right.
Just something cheap because we just needed something. And the other thing was we didn't have. I was on the Cowie, so we
you didn't have any bags. You didn't have any room,
or anything.
Man.
So anyways, we get all that shit on, or we buy all the shit. Finish watching Dave Allan Coe. We get on the bikes. We take off, headed back towards Orlando. Well, we go all the way down US 1 to Titusville.
Yeah.
And then we're going to cut across Titusville to go into.
I used to live in Titusville.
Into Orlando.
You went across 50.
Huh?
You went across 50. Yeah.
So, we take off, leave the show. David Allan Coe finishes. We take off. Well, he plays at the end of the night. So it's like, I think it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
Right? It's fucking freezing.
Uh-uh.
We jump on the bikes. We head out, right? We get, I don't know, 15 minutes down the road, 20 minutes down the road, and all of us are just like, just frozen, right? So we pull off at the first gas station we see. We pull into the gas station because we're going to run in real quick, warm up, get some coffee. Gas station's closed.
Yeah.
Fuck. kind of sit there, sitting next to the bikes, trying to warm up.
Warm up from the engine.
Yeah. Jump back on the bikes. We take off.
Right.
We do this stop and go. We could only make it about 20 minutes on the bike.
Dude, you had to get home or at least to Orlando at.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
6 in the morning.
Well, what ended up happening was we make it all the way to Titusville, and Kim's stepmom's boyfriend calls his daughter,
right,
and says, "Listen, go in the closet. There's a jacket. Get that jacket. Get this jacket. I had a jacket already there. Go in the room that Kevin and Kim are staying in. Get a jacket. Get in the truck. Meet us in Titusville."
Well, there you go.
So she drives the truck to Titusville.
So y'all are sitting there for an hour.
So we wait for them to get there, which is fine because we're not cold. So
you're chilly, but you're not cold.
So the daughter shows up with the truck. Mind you, she's pissed.
Oh yeah,
it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, right? So she pulls in. The girls get off the bike. They get in the truck. We get our jackets on, and the girls leave. And we all looked at each other and just went, "Just go."
Yeah,
and we just get out. Got as close to the freaking tanks as you could, and full throttle the whole fucking way.
Down 50.
And ended up getting there. It didn't take us long. I can tell you that. We were hauling ass.
Did you pass your truck?
I don't remember if we did or not. But all I got to say, dude, is it was the coldest I have ever been on a motorcycle. And by the time we got home, I couldn't fall asleep. I was so cold.
And amped up.
So cold.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't go to sleep. And that next morning, I think we were all still freezing. We just could not get uncold. It just, dude, it was so brutal.
Well, shit, I'm not going to be able to talk here. The time we went, same thing, basically. We had to buy jackets. Cindy bought chaps. I see Phil says that he had his chaps on last year.
Yeah, I didn't make it last year, so I don't, it's the first time in years that I didn't go to Daytona. Yeah. But yeah, man, Daytona can get cold. So
oh yeah, man.
Here's the funny thing is with the exception of last year, because we didn't go last year. Every time I'm in Daytona, it's either blazing hot, it's pouring rain, or it's cold.
Yeah, I
have yet really to have a really normal nice Daytona.
When we went, we had a normal time.
Yeah,
there was actually I think it was the last time we went. We walked around, and Cindy and I kind of broke off from our buddy Paul. We did our own thing. We went and had dinner at this restaurant on a corner. It was all glass and stuff. It was really nice, right, kind of by the boardwalk. And we enjoyed that one. The weather was fine. It's just too many people. And that's
it can get crowded, man.
Because that was Main Street area downtown. It's like
that's like what I said, man. When I go, I do Main Street early.
Yeah,
I get it out of the way because you got to do it.
No, yeah,
you got to do it.
It's just a.
But if you do it early enough, it's not as bad. It's still crowded, but it's not as bad. And and the people, if you go early enough, the people aren't too terribly drunk yet, so it's not, it's usually not that
you don't
bad.
Run into the asshole.
Yeah, and then I just do that one day, and then the rest of the time I spend on the outskirts of Daytona.
Right.
I think it's more fun hitting all the outskirt bars and things than it is to do the whole Main Street.
Well, and that's the thing, we haven't gone enough times to know everything, what to do. And when we go, we normally we do the same thing we do every bike event. Let's go check out the tents. Let's go here.
Yeah.
The 149, we love to people watch. We sit there. I will sit down at a bar. I mean, you've seen me.
Yeah.
And I'll just drink a beer and watch the assholes.
Yeah.
People are interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And wait, to quote The Doors, people are strange.
Yeah. It's very true, man.
When you with strangers. I know I'm singing now, but I love that song.
But yeah, I mean, we'll do Daytona right, man. We'll have some fun with it. So if you guys are going to be there, let us know because we'd love to link up with all you guys, all you crazies that watch this show and listen to me.
Crazy mofos!
Listen to me and this kid talk for an hour. So
well, as long as you're enjoying it and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
That's it.
Number 1, thanks for watching. Number 2, thanks for enjoying.
That's it. So with that, thanks for everybody who joined the show tonight. Thanks for everybody who stopped by to say hello.
Absolutely.
For everybody that watches this at a later time, thank you as well.
Absolutely.
But we do want, I do want to say something because we talked about this the other day. We seem to get more interaction later in the show, and we want to know if that is a product of us starting the show at 7.
Should we start at 7:30?
Should we start at 7:30, maybe even 8 o'clock?
Let us know.
And I mean everybody that watches this show afterwards, let us know if you'd rather see us an hour later. That gives you a chance to get home and eat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or for our friends on the West Coast, actually gives them a chance to actually get home.
The 3-hour difference.
Yeah. So I mean, just let us know if that's something that you guys would.
I'm getting some likes over here.
If that's something that you guys would like to see, we'll give it a shot. We'll try it out.
Mark it down. Write it down,
and we'll see what happens. So. So yeah,
one real quick thing.
Go for it.
We will get back to our tech tips, but just to give an example of tech tips, went over my bike the other day. You know what? I found a problem.
Oh yeah,
I found a problem. I found a nail dead center of my freaking rear tire, brand new tire.
That sucks too.
So, let's put it out there. I know what the answer is, but I'm going to put it out there. Your opinion. Everybody has opinions. They're like assholes. Your opinion on a plug patch or just replace the fucking tire? I know my answer. I know Alvie's answer.
Yeah.
But I want to know y'all's answer.
What do you guys think?
All right. So, now, what were you saying?
Keep it rocking.
Rub it side down, baby.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.